So we're going to be checking out Dr. Mike and the Fire Department Chronicles and Doctor vs. Firefighter, Never Have I Ever. If we go into this, and there's not at least one story that both has me laughing and moderately disgusted with myself for laughing at it, well, I'll be honestly very surprised right now because I've seen Fire Department Chronicles before, and that was a lot of the, oh God, why is that funny? And oh God, that's real. In that order. The little bit I've seen from Dr. Mike, I think I saw years ago where he just did a reaction to Grey's Anatomy, and yeah. Don't ever watch that around someone who likes Grey's Anatomy. They will be upset. Don't ask me how I know. Moving on. Just going to leave a like right now.
Phone goes right into
What?
Yeah. She takes the phone, goes right into essentially the owner of this company, and is like, this is what he just told me to do. That guy was like fired on the spot, bro. Yeah.
What? Oh, someone really screwed around on text. I'm looking forward to this.
Never have I ever. We've done it with a fellow doctor, but this time I'm joined by a firefighter. Fire Department Chronicles in the house, baby.
Yep. And again, I know just a bit about the stories other than the Fire Department Chronicles because my brother is a paramedic firefighter. So I have an idea what kind of stories he can get into because I've heard some that involve soup, and I don't actually mean soup, but technically it is literally a correct terminology at that point.
You ready?
I'll leave it at that.
Boom.
Never have I ever removed anything strange from a person's body.
There is no way either of them haven't done that. Oh God. Oh God, they're going to be competing on who removed the strangest thing, aren't they? Is it going to be alive or it shouldn't be in one place?
Oh, of course. You don't understand what I pulled out of my patient the other day.
Okay.
It was
recently?
Huge.
Huge.
Splinter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is literally the worst thing I could possibly imagine. I didn't want to go there. Now we went there and I just hate this entire thing. Oh God.
Kind of a buzzkill now. You're like explaining.
So good thing in my...
How is it so huge that it sounds more like they got a 2x4 lodged inside of them? I think I know where this is going.
My field is anything that goes in the body stays in the body. We're not even allowed to take things out of people.
Really?
Yeah, if you're in the field of
just in case there's tamponade from the...
Yeah,
the object may be preventing the person from bleeding out. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess he actually dodged a lot of personal objects. Let's leave it at that.
Ran on guys with 3-foot lightning rods sticking out of their back. They felt.
What's a lightning rod?
Like something that's on the side of a building, or this was actually. I'm sorry.
How did they survive that? Oh, never mind. Paramedic moving him might not have, or maybe it was keeping him from bleeding out because oh. How does it, like, did it fall on him or did he fall? You know what? I don't like the answer either way. This
was a pole that was in the ground and he fell off the roof.
What?
Yeah.
Impaled.
Yeah.
The barbecue reenactment. Oh God, he got barbecued. Self-adjusting.
We cut it, bring him to the hospital. They do a quick x-ray. They're like, good, pull it out. Didn't even.
Different accident. This person survived. I don't care if it's a different accident. The fact that they have this in its own right is terrifying.
Touch anything.
Wow, that's so scary. Oh, I've had a bunch of kids with like Legos and stuff in their nose.
Oh yeah.
I pulled that out.
You know what you have?
Really? You know what? I have nieces and nephews. I shouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, kinda, yeah.
Removed from someone's body.
Their soul?
What?
You know what you have removed from someone's body?
Their soul?
Nope, never mind. I heard that. I mean, I guess that's one way to put patients who don't survive, but I didn't know you were paid for that.
Another person.
Oh, I delivered 38 babies.
30?
I want to clarify. From different people, right? From different people, right? I'm going to keep on that one because if it's the same person, oh dear God. I heard like just that's it's either someone who really should be introduced to birth control, or that is literally someone who has to unironically get moved around in a cart, or just a flat out minivan to get to the hospital at that point. Like, what? No, actually, they wouldn't even work. You probably need to widen a door to get her anywhere. She's probably stuck wherever she's at. Oh, dear God.
8 babies?
Yeah, last week. During my residency.
Jeez, let's
go. Okay. For a second there, I thought he was serious. It was actually not my... I didn't think I was joking for a second. I was actually worried.
Yeah.
Never have I ever been physically scarred on the job.
Hell, I can't even say that. My scar faded over time, but yeah, I got a nasty burn once all across my entire arm. Pretzels. Very painful.
I was burned on my knuckles really bad from a fire.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You were punching it?
I was punching the fire, and the fire said, "Not
I mean, you have to fight the fire somehow. They just mean it a little more literally sometimes.
today, bro." And then punched me back. We were fighting a shed fire, a bunch of gas.
Oh, and this is a similar fire in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, it's a take from YouTube. Okay.
And stuff inside of there, super hot. We came out, and I had second-degree burns on my knuckles.
Wow.
That went through the gloves.
God
Yeah.
damn.
The only cool scar I have on my body is, hold on a second, which hand is it on? Do you see this on my hand?
Oh, hello. Oh, happy birthday, Alicia. The neighbor lady found it. Love you. Love you too, dear. Love you, dear. To quote my wife, chicks love cheese. And yes, my wife just found her present. It was a block of cheese. There is a book that says you can fascinate a woman with cheese. It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Punch in.
what?
I fell
Oh, he has
on
a scar
train
from
set
that.
when I was like 5 before coming to America. And
How many?
I fell on a train set when I was like 5 before coming to America, and it penetrated.
What kind of train is that? Like, is it solid metal or they just built it incredibly... I don't know anything that's that intentionally sharp. Oh my God.
What train set was this, bro?
Russian.
I was gonna say it's got.
Was it made with pure asbestos? Like, did it just scar you from existing? Like, yes, we have good Russian arsenic trains. Do not touch. He touched. It happens all the time.
Out of your Russian.
Russian steel.
Did it break
Never
off
have
in
I
your
ever
hand?
Dated a patient.
There are so many things wrong with it. I mean, if you're already dating them and then they become a patient, technically it fits here. Anything else? Oh, wow, that sounds, this is literally a, so, who's getting the letter from HR after this question?
No.
I don't refuse to even date coworkers.
Yeah.
Let alone patients. Patient would be the worst.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
I've never like gone on scene and been like, oh yeah.
Considering how many videos of his we saw, where it was like, oh, so there's how many fluids coming out of how many different orifices. I should date that person. Oh, God.
That's a good one. Like, no.
No?
No.
Never have I ever been genuinely scared at work.
Really? He's actually starting to say no already. The guy who literally is a firefighter, you know, runs into fires, did get second-degree burns due to said fire? Hell, I can't even say that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I thought he was saying no for a second. Oh, jeez. Because that's either the bravest man ever, or someone needs to get him looked at. Because that's like, do you have self-preservation, good sir?
Holy. When was the most scared you've been at work?
So we had a fire at a UPS or shipping factory, and the fire was in the middle of the entire factory. For stuff like that, it's producing enough smoke that it's banking down to the ground. We can't really see as we're going in there, so we can follow hose lines into where it's at. And I was about 3/4 of the way, or quarter of the way in.
So basically, you can't see, you can follow the hose, but if something falls on the hose and it leads to a fire, you're kind of trapped in it. Oh, yeah, no, that would be, a giant pilot. Nope, for me. There's a reason I'm not a firefighter. This is definitely one of them. The other one is I don't do blood.
The building, and I ran into a bunch of like shipping equipment. And in that moment, I was like, if this building collapses or something happens, because there's so much smoke around me,
You won't even know.
yeah, it's going to be so difficult for me to find my way back out of this before everything collapses. So that was probably one of the first times that
I'm assuming, wait, first? That's only one of the first. You know, considering a job, like I mentioned earlier, he probably has a lot of other ones. That's just one of them.
I was like, I could actually die doing this.
In those scenarios, is there any kind of dumb guy question, some kind of goggle you could put on that allows you to see through the smoke?
They are trying to develop stuff like that. Okay. But we do have, right now, we have thermal
They need more
imaging.
dumb guys asking good questions, man. We would solve some stuff.
I mean, dumb guys ask good questions all the time. The problem is the answer is complicated and usually followed by, and someone even smarter than me is working on it. I have no idea how it's going. But if it works, that's awesome.
We do have thermal imaging cameras. So we carry around thermal imaging cameras.
Which
so
allow you to see a door if it's hot or something.
No, we can see through the smoke with that.
Oh.
We can't see that,
Okay,
yes.
cool.
But it's just not built into our masks.
I wasn't scared from...
Theoretically, would that be one of the better uses of someone just installing Google Glass within a mask? Like just the heads-up component of it. I know there's other ones as well, but that might be the cheapest way to go about it. On the other hand, using Google Glass unironically. Still better than Meta, but makes me feel dirty even saying it.
my life, but I would raise my hand on that. When you're on your first night shift or one of very few first night shifts as a resident and you're the senior, everyone admitted into the hospital, with the exception of the ICU, is under your care. So any page about any patient...
So it's not so much being afraid of dying, it's being afraid of all that responsibility of literal life and death on you. I said life and death, not life and death. Yeah.
comes to you.
Also, Martin, you mentioned Google Glass would probably melt. Maybe. I think there's a lot of things that could happen. Like if you do a solid construction, custom orders are a thing. But I guess fire departments don't usually run on the biggest budgets.
Any rapid response, meaning some medical scenario starts happening with a patient, comes to you. Any code blue is run by you.
That's stopping
Anyone
the heart,
that comes
right?
into the ER that needs to get admitted into the hospital is on you. And it's just you and your junior resident who doesn't know much.
Oh, it's just 2 people. Night shift, yeah. You think that'll be more staff because, well, dumb people at night, but still.
Who's just there basically helping you out. So there were times when you're like 4 admissions, 2 rapid responses, code blue, you're trying to juggle all this stuff, and you're not doing it perfectly, but you're just doing enough to stay afloat.
Yeah, I've dropped off a couple times at hospitals where there's 2 nurses. I mean, very large facility. Like, it's 2 nurses and 1 physician, and there's 15 beds.
Wow.
Like, this is crazy, man. Like that
Is it a shortage or just a hiring freeze? Because, I mean, I know there's money in medicine, but I also know there's such massive burnout that getting people in and keeping people in are very difficult.
that to me is genuinely insane.
That's why we have emotional support animals in the hospitals.
Yeah.
Not for the patients, for us. dealing with it.
Yeah.
Never have I ever seriously considered quitting my job.
Nope.
Really? Oh, that like he was just there immediately. Like talking about all the pressure, talking about all of the, oh God, there's everything on me. And then immediately, Nick, nope, not thinking about. Like this guy, he hasn't even responded yet. It's like, okay, he might not. Then just this guy, Dr. Mike going, nope, immediately. That's kind of impressive and terrifying in its own right.
You did.
Yeah. There was a time where I was stuck at a station with a crew that I did not like.
Oh.
Yep. No, I feel that one, man. I feel that one. Also, Marta mentioned there is a nursing shortage in America, if not the world. Yeah. And Elle says it's probably a lot of mismanagement of people. Yeah. There's so many issues in hospital administration. And I don't just mean that as corruption, flat out. One of my uncles is or I think he was now a hospital administrator for years. And some of the stories he got were just giant piles of, why did you do this? He would be a much better source to answer those because I just remember some of the stories from like over a decade ago he was talking about, and they involve people charging for things that they thought they needed, but then mistyping it so badly what they actually ordered turned out to be a real thing. It was not actually what they needed, and it was just a giant... it's like it wasn't enough to do anything about, but at the same time, they just had to sit there and go, please just don't do this here. Oh God, why am I still here? Like just horrible issues of things that are just dumb and no one thinks about piling up. And then there's also other things like graft, corruption, mismanagement, promoting people who are good at one job into a job they're not actually good at because you promote up until you can't be promoted anymore. But at that point, you're in a position where you're not actually good at your job.
And
For a long time?
For a year and a half. The calls we were running 19, 20 calls a shift, just getting blasted. I wasn't getting no sleep. And then.
Why, you drank on the job?
No, I didn't drink on the job.
You said you're getting.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of jobs where if you did it blasted, you'd probably enjoy it more.
No, blast. Oh, sorry. Maybe that's different to some people. Like, we were getting beat up.
I was going to say, you
we're
probably
getting beat
shouldn't
up.
say
Yes.
that. What made them bad?
Drunk ambulance driving 101. Don't. But if you do, I guess that's one way to do it. Everyone gets out of your way immediately.
You are with someone for 24 hours, and imagine your personality types aren't the same. You don't like vibe on the same stuff. You don't watch the same TV.
So it's not that they were evil.
No. One of them was. But
say his name to the camera.
Yeah, I should do.
So he knows.
Never have.
That's actually a horrible little trap he just propped in there. I don't think he did it because it's funny is why he did it, not because it's bad, but there's a lot of things you could say about public people you cannot say about private people. If he mentioned that guy's name, that would be a public statement and probably would not lead to anything. But if the guy is a litigious asshole, he could sue for that. Because it's America, you could sue for anything.
Have I ever had equipment fail when I needed it most?
I say that already, and my job is not nearly this important. That's not even on my job. It happens all the time. If either one of them say no, I'm calling bullshit on this man.
I had such a bad
Okay, we're good.
You won't be able to empathize. You'll be able to sympathize. I don't know which one is right. But
No, I think he's going to both sympathize and empathize and maybe have the same experience.
it was a speculum. Are you familiar with what a speculum
Yes.
is?
Is inserted into oh. What would it do if it failed? Okay, I have so many questions.
So I'm about to perform a pap smear. And as I take it out, and technically you're not supposed to use lubricating jelly on speculums when you're doing a pap because it could interfere with the results of the pap. But if you do put it on a specific part of the area that doesn't make contact with the cervix, it could be okay. So as I'm putting it on, I realize that this plastic speculum has a beveled, broken edge. So that
Oh God. That's just, and then it's, literally broken metal shoved. Oh. Also, Siren, I saw your comment about tactics. I'm not going to read it out loud because it's way too depressing.
if I went to insert it, it would just slice right through the tissue.
Holy crap.
Can you imagine what that would have been like?
No.
Yeah, it would be a lawsuit and probably more hospital time. Probably a lot of blood, and very much you looking at, okay, well, I don't think I need this job anymore because they're already firing me.
Oh, I'm glad you saw that.
And it was because like I kind of touched the edge and I was like, oh, we filed a complaint with the manufacturer, lot number, like a huge investigation.
Oh, so it wasn't even that it broke. It was just a fucked up piece of machinery that was just like that. How many other people did not actually, oh God, there's probably other people who didn't notice that. Oh.
Happened, so.
Holy crap.
But imagine just like, because it was razor sharp, like, you know, like thick plastic when it slices right at that angle. Oh.
We were on a fire.
Oh, I've had like plastic cuts like that before. It's like a paper cut, but usually thicker and not clean. Oh, oh God, I'm not even the person who would ever have to engage with that. I hate the idea.
And I'm pumping this fire from the engine, and we're pumping one of the hoses. They say we need a second one because the fire.
When you say pumping, I don't know what actually that.
Oh, sorry. So
is that opening the?
So when we pull up on fires, we have a pump that's inside of the fire engine that we turn on through what's called a PTO system, and it spins and it pushes the water out at the pressure.
So it's just a button, or
so it's actually the fire. For some reason, I thought they just tapped into a fire line and drew from it with the pressure was already there. But no, apparently they're actually pressurizing it in the fire truck itself. This is literally brand new information to me. I did not know this. I am not a firefighter.
No, I have to pull open tank to pump is what it's called, and then the engine spins and then it pushes out through discharges. So I'm pumping one of those out. Everything's fine. They say we need a second line, a second hose because the fire's spreading. So we go to pump the second one, and the pump just starts to fail. So there was an issue with it. There was a hole in one of the intakes, and it was pulling in air.
Yeah.
So unless they could patch it right away or get very lucky with a second truck, they might be in trouble. Oh, also, Taryn, anything going into your body must not be broken or sharp. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
It wasn't a sealed system, so both of these.
It's like a pneumothorax, but inside of.
That's what we were screaming. We were like, "It's a pneumothorax!" No, I'm
really? Oh, I was about to say sick. Too much.
We got a pneumothorax. It happens with people, not even the hole in the hoses. If there's no hydrants available, like you live in an area where there's enough hydrants, you wouldn't even think about this.
I don't actually know if there's hydrants near me or not. Shit, that actually could be a problem.
You go to rural areas, they don't have hydrants every
so what
often.
happens?
You have to start bringing in water tenders. You start bringing with big tanks. We start bringing in water, and they'll pump out of the water.
Oh, so they're just bringing water from other locations as the way to draw it. Why are they then drawing it from a pool? Or can they not just plug directly into the tank itself?
Is it true that if a car is parked at a hydrant, you just go through the window?
Yes, if they're parked in front of our only hydrant, we're going to go through your window. Yeah.
Never have I ever been blamed for something.
Because you're not supposed to park there normally, so if you're fucked, you're fucked. It's your fault at that point.
Thing that wasn't my fault.
Oh.
Been blamed for something that wasn't my fault. This is one of those, no, both of them are going to have this. And if either one of them says no, oh, you lucky son of a bitch.
I got a really good one. When you're a med student, a lot of times you're sent into the exam rooms, especially in the ER, to interview the patient and then present to the junior resident, who then interviews the patient, presents to the senior. And I would go in, talk to the patient, ask some pertinent questions that are important to the case. They would answer them. I would go present it. And then when the resident would go in, they would tell a different story. And the resident would be like, bro, like, you shouldn't lie about what you asked. I'm like, are you?
Because patients inherently lie sometimes. Because people don't want to admit the truth, so they'll fuck it up. Either a compulsive liar, or they're embarrassed, or they're just assholes.
Kidding me. And I wanted to take the person and be like, tell them the truth. I asked you this question. And that happens. And it's, I don't know if they misremember, or they feel something different, or they perceive the question differently, but it happens all the time.
No, that happens to us.
Really?
I guess it's more like one of those, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is the pain? But now that they're thinking about it, someone asks again, they're going to give a different number. I'm assuming that's the question that was asked.
When we're dropping off patients, we'll get them in the back of the truck, give them pass.
And you're like, no anticoagulation.
Yeah.
And then the patient's like, Plavix.
Yeah. I take Coumadin every day. Like, oh, wow. So that happens all the time. We'll say, no medical history. I don't take any meds. All right, cool. We'll drop them off at the hospital, and they'll just start listing things off. And the doctor's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
I swear to God, they're lying.
Never have I ever had someone refuse my help when they really needed it.
Again, one of those, if the answer's no, I do not believe it. There's no way. Both considering how many people I know who are terrified of medicine, and how many people I worked with who were medical or former medical professionals who were like, I don't trust vaccines. They make people gay. Yeah, that was a thing.
One of my favorite things ever was we show up to this lady, and she says, hey, my husband needs to go to the hospital. I'm like, sir, do you want to go to the hospital? He's like, I want to go to the hospital. I'm like, come on, you should go to the hospital. She's saying, she's like, his foot, he's got to go. He's like, I'm not going, I'm fine. All right, fine. She goes, can you just look at his foot before you leave? Because we're not allowed to take people, it's kidnapping, that kind of thing. I was like, all right, fine.
Is it kidnapping?
If someone says, I do not want to go to the hospital, they're alert and oriented, then we're not allowed to take them. Assuming
the alert and oriented part is probably how they get past people who are really out of it. But seriously though, man.
they're not a danger.
How
to
bad are we
themselves
getting
or
here?
anything.
But isn't, like,
I
if
haven't
they're
seen that clip he's pulling
sick
up.
and you think they need to go, isn't that a danger to themselves?
I mean, what are we talking? Like their leg hurts.
It's
but they
gangrenous.
So I go look
dead
at his
tissue.
foot. You can see right through his heel to the bone. Like you can see the bone. I was like,
Deep DQ.
oh no. I was like, dude, you need to go to the hospital, man. And he's like, really? You think I need to go? I was like, oh my God. So
Probably diabetic scenario where he's
Yeah.
burned off his nerves.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, wait, what? That's what happens? Burned? Oh, God. That's a thought I never thought I actually wanted. Now I'm absolutely going to try never to think about that again because it will make me throw up on my keyboard. I would rather not do that. And my mic too. That would be first, yeah.
In diabetes, you have high sugar levels in your blood, which can impact inflammation levels, damage these peripheral small nerves that give sensation to your lower extremities and your fingers, which is why uniquely in diabetes, there's a scenario called hand stocking syndrome.
Stocking glove neuropathy refers to the symptoms of peripheral neuropathy that causes numbness, weakness, or sensory changes in the hand and feet. Oh, God.
Hand-foot stocking syndrome, and it's like you lose sensation in your hands and feet because of the diabetes.
When we got him in the rescue, he was like a super cool dude. He was like, I guess I should go, man. I'm like, yeah, you're.
Oh, so he did go.
You're about to die. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Oh, he was about to die. It's that bad? It's like, is it not bleeding? Apparently it was bleeding then. Oh, God.
So at that point, I'm like, you're going to the hospital. Just so we're clear. You gotta go, dude.
I had a patient similarly, also foot, come into our office and was just recently hospitalized, left AMA against medical advice.
What?
And now I'm seeing him.
What's AMA? Oh, probably American Medical Association advice?
And his wounds, he has really bad lower extremity cellulitis, worsening since he was
Bacterial skin infection. That's what cellulitis is? Oh, okay.
there. Didn't take any of the follow-up medications. And I worked so hard to try and not convince him, but explain why the need for him to get IV antibiotics was so important. And he was negotiating with me as if he was so flippant about his life. Like, well, if I stay like this, how long do I have?
Oh my God.
And I was like, I can't say with any certainty, but it's you're putting yourself at unnecessary risk. And he was unhoused, so he was worried about his one car that he lives out of. Where can he park it? I got him free parking in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
He was very worried that they wouldn't allow him activity to walk around. He would be subjugated to sitting in his bed. I made sure that the resident that would admit him would put activity orders that he would get out of bed with assistance. Like, we tried to do everything. And he said he was going, and I checked the next day, he didn't go.
Never have I ever worked a
Yeah. That is, at least in America, I'm not sure about other countries. In America, there is a massive mental health issue when it comes to people who are unhoused. Some people, I mean, if you got a nice enough RV, technically you count as unhoused, but those things can be very nice and more expensive than my house, and sometimes nicer and bigger. But then there's other people who live in their car, who could do other things, but for some reason they can't. Like, it's an actual problem where people haven't done anything to hurt themselves, haven't done anything to hurt other people, but are degrading their life in ways that are completely due to mental health issues. And you can see it. Anyone can see it, but you can't do anything to help them because you just can't force someone to do something they don't want to do if they're not either actively a danger to themselves or others. If they cross that line, yeah, you can do something, but you cannot do that prior to. So if someone wants to do what he says and just screw it, walk out, they're homeless, they have nothing else to do, they don't want to deal with it, they just move on and say, if I die, I die. It's horrible, but you can't help them because they haven't crossed the line. And they might never do it because just being in a mental health issue doesn't mean you're a danger. And it is never going to directly imply that. And this guy sounds like he's cognizant enough not to. So maybe it wasn't mental health. But at the same time, if you're that flippant with your life, my money's on issues. That's just depressing, though.
12-hour shift without food.
Oh,
No.
so I definitely have.
Hell, even I've done that.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of that because, you know, you get into a point where it's like, if I look at something, I'm going to throw up and I can't stand it. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. If you've worked a long enough shift, you've probably hit that same wall of everything is disgusting and I hate this. So if I try and drink anything right now, if I eat anything right now, I'm just going to lose it. And I make, like, literally out of the mouth lose it. Also, zero. That would be illegal in Germany? Maybe. I have no idea about German laws, but definitely in America, it's harm to self or others. If that's the dividing line, you could do a lot of really dumb things to yourself prior to that. Unless it's explicitly illegal, like drugs, substances, actions that could be interpreted to hit the previous things. But until you hit that line, yeah, even if you could get help for free even, you don't.
I've gone 18 hours without eating on a shift. Right? I'm sure you have too.
Yeah, I've definitely gone long periods of time where I'm not eating. When we go to
Not
these
drinking, though.
the hospitals, they're cool. They have EMS rooms, so they'll have little snacks.
Yeah,
I
like you just
can throw in.
EMS lounge rating 6 out of 10. I mean, they got cheese sticks, man. Okay, maybe I'm biased and that's a terrible idea, but technically it is a cheese stick.
Real fast, yeah.
But definitely not a proper meal.
No. That's a big thing I hear from a lot of nurses. It's like they just don't eat for 12 hours or 16 hours. Like, that's crazy.
Never have I ever yelled at...
I mean, there's times where I don't eat for 12 or 16 hours. I just kind of forget sometimes. Hell, you've seen me do it on streams. Drinking, though, that's a very different thing. Yeah, no. Always have something liquid. Also, Andre, I got depression and trauma these years. I got bull. Honestly, I hope you're doing better, man. Also, I'm not sure what the bull means. Either way, though, man, good luck on that.
A coworker like Dr. Robbie on The Pit.
I
Who?
yelled.
Yeah.
I yelled. You yelled
I don't know what the pit is, so I have no context here.
at somebody? You strike me as such a nice guy, so calm, chill.
God, you're the first person ever said that about me. That's insane. We were arguing about something that happened on a call. Neither of us were very happy about it. And once I start rolling, I become quite passionate.
Okay.
It was, yeah.
Well, passion is good.
Yeah.
I got into an argument with one of my nurses. She's been on this channel. She's awesome. Her name is Nurse Ginny. She's been a nurse for 175 years.
Oh, nice.
And I asked her,
Did you just say how? I'm sorry, how many years did they say?
she's awesome. Her name is Nurse Ginny. She's been a nurse for 175 years.
Well, that's definitely how you know they're a coworker on good terms. Because if she ever finds out about this on on good terms, we're going to lose Dr. Mike. Oh, God. Also, Kryn, 12-hour is the legal limit in you, but medics and other special services, no time for it sometimes. Yeah. Oh, so it's like a legal amount of work time then, probably? Yeah. Oh, and Andre, you had a bully who did that. Yeah, I get that one then. Yeah. And you're a lot better now? Good. I mean, the best way to get over a bully, at least, is just to live well. And remember, they're probably working someplace horrible. Like an accountant firm. And as someone whose family who worked there, yeah, that's not a joke. Literally, oh dear God, do not do it.
So nice.
And I asked her to order an EKG because in looking at the patient's labs, they were hyperkalemic, elevated potassium.
What?
And I needed to make sure that
Elevated potassium. The only thing I know about potassium is it's in bananas. Is this something? It's probably not just due to eating too many bananas. I hope it's not due to eating too many bananas. Probably medical in its own right, just like not balancing it out or removing it out of excess. And the goal is broken again? Yeah, that's fun. Okay, we'll just take note of that one. Also, Brandon, taking 10 to 20 minute naps during lunch breaks is great. Dude, I've been there. There's been plenty of times where I just had to literally like, okay, I got a 10-minute break. I can get a 5-minute nap out of it. And that's all I had, man. But it was all I can get. It was enough. That and literally unhealthy amounts of caffeine.
there was no arrhythmia as a result. She assumed that I was saying that the patient had chest pain and needed an EKG, and was like, the patient has no chest pain. I'm not ordering an EKG. Leave me alone. I'm busy. And I was getting really mad. I said, you don't understand why I need an EKG. I need an EKG. She's like, you're always bossing me around. I'm not getting an EKG. You don't need an EKG. There's no chest pain. And then my boss came in, he settled it, and we're okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But we had that mom
The boss actually helped. Damn.
son relationship
Yeah.
where she was my mom.
Yeah.
I wasn't her mom.
Never have I ever thought a coworker should be fired.
Oh, not like a job I had years ago. One of my coworkers, let's put it this way. I had, out of a single month, probably 60 hours of overtime because I kept getting called in for all of the multiple days in a row. They decided not to show up to work. They did not get fired. We found out later it's because the boss who should have fired her was literally dying, and yeah, mental issues he hid where he like couldn't remember shit. So he didn't actually remember she didn't show up for almost an entire month. But yeah, definitely that person needed to go. They're also just annoying to work with because they're just kind of bitchy. I don't mean like complaining. I mean just like generally annoyed at everyone, but then making all of the problems worse.
I think at all points in time, and some.
Oh yeah, Kodak, caffeine has a reverse effect on you. Sometimes it does for me. There's two ways that happens. Either you have a lot of not dependency. You're very much used to caffeine's effects, so it just kind of mellows you out. Or it's one of the symptoms of ADHD where it actually reverses, instead of hyping you up, it actually relaxes you. I forgot what the phrase is when you have the reverse of dependency. A resistance to it, maybe? Whatever. But yeah, that's actually a documented thing, so it just happens pretty often. Nothing bad with that. Also makes caffeine really nice. You can have a night coffee, and it's just like, oh, it's actually relaxing. I am not that way. If I have caffeine past 5 p.m., I don't sleep. Yeah. Oh, and could it be as you have ADHD and autism? Yeah, that would do it. My wife's the same way. She needs a coffee right before bed. Not the ADHD, yes to the autism, though.
Yeah, which one? Say the coworker's name. Let's get him. Let's get him out. Let's get him out. When I was a med student, I was rotating through all sorts of different medical hospitals and clinics, and I remember I was on my surgery rotation, and I was scrubbing into a procedure. I believe there was a small tumor identified in the chest cavity, and we were going in to take a biopsy of it, and the chief resident was in the room along with the attending.
Oh, what are they about to do? They're about to do something really stupid. I am not going to like a single thing I'm about to hear, am I? Oh, no.
And they started...
Tolerance? Bill, that's the word, yep.
Operating, and they're being very casual. All of a sudden, the resident goes, shit. And the surgeon...
Can we all acknowledge he literally just did the meme of things you do not want to hear? It's a good thing that patient's out, because everyone else right there is probably having a mini panic attack, followed by every other word he's about to say, making it a major panic attack.
He goes, what? He goes, I think I may have nicked the heart. And everyone freaks out. He's like, no, you didn't. Step over, no, you didn't. And they're like, you can't really see, it was really bad access. So they're feeling with their hands, they can't tell, the blood's pouring out, we can't tell if it's just a bleeder or he actually nicked like the pericardium. So we're freaking out. No.
Oh, okay, that's good. Not the good, but more of the, oh God. I'm assuming it has a happy ending because this is a should have been fired, not was fired. And if he did just kill the patient, I'm assuming it would have been a was fired sentence. If I'm wrong, this is going to be way worse. Also, Marta, I need to cut back on caffeine. Actually, I already have. I usually only have 2 cups now. Before, when I was referencing it, it was like between 800 to 1,000 milligrams of caffeine. This has like 40 in it. We're fine.
No one knows what to do. And he's like, that's it, crack him. So right then and there, crack the side of the ribs, open up the chest fully, convert it to open. Turns out it was just a little bleeder, didn't nick the heart. And here's where the bad part is, because everyone's allowed.
Because they just cracked the ribs open, so they have to heal everything. Oh. Yeah. Also, Obsidian, didn't they go to school not to do that? Yeah, but at the same time, sometimes things happen. That said, if they actually did and they reacted appropriately, sure. But the problem is, if they'd done nothing, it would have been fine. They weren't sure. They couldn't find it. It's hard. But not knowing is worse than being wrong. Oh. And they were not knowing, and they found out that they were wrong. So they did both.
Like an error. That's human error. It's part of the risks of going for the procedure. The chief resident was really upset, and the surgeon very arrogantly goes, what are you upset about? Well, this guy works for UPS. You get disabilities. You should be chilling.
Oh.
Are you fucking serious? Yeah, I see why he wants this guy fired. Because it technically is not a... That's just... Ugh. The medical procedure is like, okay, that's fucked up. But, you know, they did the best they could. They verified it wasn't bad. And even though the guy's going to be healing, that's really nasty. On the other hand, the blasé, what the fuckery. It's like, I get dark humor. I completely understand you need to use that as a way to just deal with stress. But god damn, man. Like, you literally, to do all that, when I say they open, I'm pretty sure that means ribs broken to pull back, to open the chest, and then putting everything, just, and on top of it being this guy's fault in the first place. If someone else said that, who wasn't the one who did that, dick, but understandable. The guy whose fault it is making that joke, at the time he made the fuck up. That's like someone getting into a car crash, accidentally murdering an entire family of 12 who were packed into a car fit for 3 people. It's like, well, it's their fault for not having the wherewithal to get out of my way. I'm trying to make a joke here that sounds absurd, but then every now and again I'm remembering, oh yeah, no, wait, shit happens like this. Probably someone who's going to point out, oh yeah, that happened here, here, and here. And it'll probably be in Florida. Also, Croc, looking at the face, didn't think he would die in the Kentucky ballistic video about his accident with the exploding 50 cal. I don't understand the context, Croc. I don't think I want to learn. Oh dear God.
And I was like, wow, man, you f***ing lost your humanity. Like full on gone.
You see people.
Although, to put it on the other side, there's a lot of high stress jobs where you get so utterly desensitized to pain that those kind of responses, they become almost expected because you don't care about the people you're working on anymore. I know surgeons are one of the groups that have that a lot because, well, when you're working with people like meat all the time and it's just pain everywhere, but you don't have to deal with it directly, you kind of disassociate people from humanity. That said, that's usually a sign of burnout and really bad.
We get burnout in the medical field or in all fields, but and it's a sad day to see that, man. Just to lose that humanity. No, I had a supervisor. I was working for an ambulance company, and the supervisor decided he could control the overtime and when people could get it or not.
Oh, I hate everything about this. If you've ever worked at a company that decides you don't get overtime anymore, so if you work overtime, it's just unpaid. I'm not sure it's even going to be that good of a situation because it's probably worse here.
So this girl comes in, she says she wants the overtime or wants to be on a specific truck, and he says, okay, here's my phone. You go in the bathroom and figure out what you want to do with this phone, and if the pictures are right, then I'll give you that.
Never mind, this is so much worse than anything I was expecting. And also one of those, if you don't go to immediate HR, wait, no, if he's in charge, he doesn't probably have an HR. Because if you're in a situation where no one's going to care above him.
What?
He got fired, right?
So good news is she takes the phone, goes right into essentially the owner of this company. And
oh, thank God he wasn't the owner. I actually thought he was like the manager and the owner at the same time. It's one of those, if you own it, someone can sue you, but that's civil. If it's the owner trying to not deal with that, okay. Seriously, though. Why?
It's like, this is what he just told me to do. That guy was like fired on the spot, bro.
Good.
Yeah.
Bro, like that means if that comfort level was there, he's doing that before.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just.
Did other people know and just hadn't dealt with it? Probably because I've worked on both sides of this, or how to put it, not worked on both sides. I've seen it on both sides where someone has tried to talk about this shit and it was ignored. And I've seen it where someone has tried to talk about this shit and it was listened to. It's way more infuriating when it's ignored and everyone knows the asshole is doing it. And you just have to sit there and go, yeah, you're in charge and no one can say anything about it. We got it. Ugh. But then when they're finally outed, you're just sitting there going like, and just trying not to think about everyone under them who knew about it and didn't do anything.
Openly, like, here you go. But I'm glad she went right into the person that owned the place.
Cheers to her.
And cheers to the guy who actually listened.
For standing up for herself.
Yeah.
So many places would be like, deal with this right now. Just ignore him. Is that a good response? No. Is it possibly illegal? I think it might depend on where you're at, but definitely lawsuit worthy.
Never have I ever laughed at work when I probably shouldn't have.
Guilty.
Yes, that's daily. That's
I mentioned dark humor earlier. It's one of the few things you can do, man. If you're going to deal with something that's absolutely soul crushing, you got to laugh, even when it's inappropriate, especially when it's inappropriate. One of the most empathetic or easily understood reasons you can get is after 9/11, South Park did a video about it. It was horrible. It wasn't funny. And it wasn't right away either. But it was one of those moments where I'm glad someone made the joke because it feels like you can kind of do something about it, where everyone else is just sitting around and it's just been on your mind constantly and you're just thinking, what the fuck is going on? Because when I experienced that, I was a child. Then I was also terrified because I realized my dad was flying back home that day from where he was working because he was a mechanic and he was on the flight to see if it worked mid-flight. Wasn't that flight, but I was terrified until I found out he was fine. Which, admittedly, he was never on a flight going from those. He was coming from a different airport. But I didn't know which airport he was coming from, so kid mind was like, but finally seeing something made a joke about that, even if I never saw South Park, the fact that they did that was one of those, okay, maybe we can just let out our breath a bit. Months later, after being a kid and not knowing what the fuck is going on. It's probably the same extent of, I don't really think you should laugh here, but the fact that you can is probably better than anything else.
I think dark humor is where that falls.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
The healthcare humor is the darkest.
I had a lady cut in half from a vehicle.
Oh my God.
So you show up there and you're like staring at, like your brain doesn't even process what you're looking at.
What did you say?
You show up there and you're like a lady cut in half from a vehicle.
Oh.
Never mind, I heard exactly right. That is disturbing.
Oh my God.
So you show up there and you're like staring at, like your brain doesn't even process what you're looking at.
She was halfly there.
Yes, was hit by a car, hit a pole, cut in half, and you're like, what? Like, it's insane what your brain will do.
Yeah.
Where it won't allow you to process that. Like, this can't be real. There's no way. And just getting back, and that was my third dead person for the day.
Third, goddamn. Ugh. Also, Taryn, what you're getting is it's appropriate, but in a different context. I'd say it's still inappropriate. It was really out of place and uncalled for. But at the same time, it's kind of like a relief that at least someone did it. And because it's South Park, it's inappropriate is literally their entire tagline. So it kind of fit that it was them.
So,
and you're having 20 calls in that.
Yeah. So I got back to and I was like trying to write the report, and my captain was like, "You good, bro?" Like, I was like, "I'm alive." Like, we both just started laughing, and that was it for the day. So
you have to maintain your own sanity, find space in otherwise dark places.
Yes.
So that's very understandable.
Yeah.
Like I've had patients tell me a dark story, and the way that first I have a good rapport with the patient.
Yeah.
And they tell me a dark story that like they should not be telling as sarcastically and flat as they are.
Yeah.
And it made me laugh. And I apologize to the patient. I go, no, I still laugh at this too.
Oh, wow.
And they're telling me something tragic.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to like this. It's kind of like how when my grandma was dying, I was like, don't worry, you'll see Aunt insert name here. I was like, oh, no, wait, never mind, you won't. For anyone wondering, we were rooting for cancer with my aunt. We were disappointed when she won. Yeah, I'm not going to explain that one because that's a lot of family issues. That's not my family directly, and I'm very glad for that. Oh, let's just put it this way. Yeah,
But we both found some humor in it. I'm like, I shouldn't be laughing. He goes, I know, I shouldn't be laughing. And I explained, I'm like, the reason I'm laughing right now is because of the way you're presenting this. And they go, no, I totally get it. So thank God. I learned a lot about firefighters, but if you want to learn some more, click here to check out my reaction to Chicago Fire. As always, stay happy and healthy.
I would love both of them to react to that. Because one is from, why are you doing that with medicine? Why are you doing that with Firefighter? And I think his would be a lot funnier because, well, it would be a lot of really weird shit, man. It's probably like, oh yeah, this is way too normal. It'd be way weirder in real life. And just hearing what the real life would be so probably mentally scarring if you think about it too much. Oh, God. Oh, this is exactly what I thought it would be. Two guys comparing the what the fuck moments, and boy, did they have some. Oh. The HR one, surprising because HR actually worked, though. Good on HR there. Words you will never hear me say again, probably. Oh, you guys know the deal. This is awesome. I love it. I want anyone who hasn't checked it out already to check out more. If there's anything like this to check out, let me know, because I love this kind of... It's so fucked up because of the people talking about things that are very real, but at the same time, you just gotta blow off the what the fuckery with it. Dark humor. I'm into dark humor. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, whatever. You guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.